Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi volunteers helped clean the river of Guanyang town and many locals joined. An advanced surgical procedure can remove benign breast tumors without any scars. Young people in Xiamen and Shanghai serve tea to their parents to show filial piety. Over 100 Tzu Chi volunteers in Fuding City went to Guanyang town to clean up a river. Not just picking up garbage at the riverside, but volunteers wore rain boots to walk into the water to collect floating trash. Local residents have been touched by their efforts and joined the cleanup as well. Over 100 Tzu Chi volunteers came to clean the river. Some people are picking up trash along the riverside, while some people walk under the bridge to try to collect garbage.
The river embankment is so smelly and dirty, but our volunteers are not afraid of it. We all have a heart that wants to protect the earth.
When I first went down, it smells very stinky, and there were many worms. It's impressive, right? Look how clean it is now.
None of them are local residents, but they are putting in so much effort. The officials in town were deeply touched, hence they brought local residents to join the cleaning activity.
No, it's not so smelly. I don't feel tired or smelly. I just want to do something to help, and I'm very happy.
I was just one, and then there were 10 or 20 people watching us cleaning the river upstairs. I felt that we've inspired others.
This river is the main waterway in Guanyang. The day of the river cleaning happened to be Mother's Day, hence it's a very meaningful activity. At night, volunteers hosted a tea party by the river after the thunder and rain stopped, and many local residents joined.
To be honest, the river in Guanyang has always been very smelly. If it weren't for you all, we won't have a new river and new vision today.
The river is clean and the living environment has improved now. Nonetheless, having a consensus to continue to keep it clean is everyone's responsibility. In Nanjing, Fujian province, a 53-year-old woman named Su Chi has polio with mobility difficulties. Her house is a mess because her son has to work and her husband has brain atrophy. Tzu Chi volunteers decided to help her family to have a better living environment by helping her to clean their house. The volunteers wiping off many spider nets that had accumulated on the walls and also scrubbing the dirty floors until the original red tiles came to light. During this home visit, Tzu Chi volunteers felt deeply distressed about their overall living situation.
Last time during the home visit, we thought her house really looked like hell on earth. It was very dirty, and our hearts really went out for the couple.
Volunteers sprang into action this month. Around 10 people bring many cleaning supplies to deep clean the house, both inside and outside.
It was very dirty before, but now everywhere in the house is completely clean. We even cleaned the yard. Although we got bit from mosquitoes, but we still feel very happy. I thought it's very meaningful to do the home visitations and help in the cleaning efforts.
Other than clean the house, volunteers also help them fix electrical cables and cut the weeds in the yard.
Thank you all, especially for all the volunteers coming to help my sister. We are very grateful for you to be here. Thank you for helping to clean. Now the house is very comfortable.
Before they leave, volunteers also give them gifts of blessings, while also remind her to maintain a clean environment. This way, the family can have a better quality of life. In Malaysia, there is a company whose president is a Tzu Chi volunteer. He encourages employees to adapt a vegetarian diet and do recycling. Now, vegetarian meals are provided on the second Tuesday of every month.
Because of company president Fu Wenhu's support, the company's year-end banquet serves vegetarian food. As a Tzu Chi volunteer, he encourages his employees to adopt a vegetarian diet.
Good night. If you notice, for the last 2 years, we have gone vegetarian.
Going meatless, the company employees can enjoy a healthy diet while lessening carbon emissions. Before entering the venue, everyone receives reusable utensils.
At the same time, the most important thing is to plant the seed of love in all our staff, in their heart, so that they will always carry with them the love for Mother Earth.
As the management personnel takes the lead, the employees do their best to practice environmental protection.
We've been running this recycling campaign for the past two years, and for us to achieve close to 100 tons of waste collection, I think it's a very good achievement.
Don't eat chicken, don't eat pork.
In the early days, EITA invited city volunteers to promote recycling at the company. Later, the company provides vegetarian meals on the second Tuesday of every month.
We can persuade one person, 2 people, or 3 people. Then we can help more people because that one person can also influence another person.
It's not going to be an overnight thing for me, I would say, but I will try my level best to do it. And certainly I hope to follow my boss' footsteps to become full vegetarian. And I really hope to show a good example to my family as well.
Tegah, who lives in Indonesia, came from an impoverished background. In his 40s, he retired from a bank to fulfill his mother's wish, which is to give back to the society when he is accomplished. Now he dedicates himself to Tzu Chi, as well as inviting people to join in being volunteers. Taking a scholarship recipients to field trips and volunteering at the hospital, being a volunteer and serving others are the most important things in Tegah's life right now. This is also what his mother has been reminding him since little.
Ternyata waktu beliau membisikkan dan juga membelai kami itu.
Every time when my mother touches our heads and whispers in our ears, she's reminding and encouraging us to be someone who can face challenges and difficulties.
Tangguh untuk menghadapi tantangan dan juga kesulitan di dalam kehidupan kami.
Tegah has 10 siblings, but their father died when they were young. Hence, the financial situation of the family is not well. Despite that, his mother has always educated them to be a smart but honest person and to share resources with others when they are accomplished.
Hal yang dari 4 doa mama saya yang harus.
I didn't forget about my mother's reminders, so I'm trying hard to meet her expectations by serving others. That's why we joined to be Tzu Chi volunteers and receive the trainings. Now my wife and I can both cherish everything we have.
Hal-hal yang lebih di dalam kehidupan kami.
He's now 44 years old and has retired from a bank to be a full-time volunteer in order to fulfill his mother's wishes. He has also been sharing about his experiences with others and encouraging people to participate in saving up with the bamboo coin banks. The more he gives, the more his life is enriched. Breast cancer ranks first in cancer incidence and mortality rates among women, but in reality, 90% of tumors found in the breast are actually benign. Even though most of the time they are non-threatening, doctors still recommend surgically removing them. Today, with the new technology using only ultrasonic devices, small tumors can be easily removed at a rapid rate with no chance of scarring.
There are many patients at the clinics that come in very concerned due to discovering a lump in their breast tissues. After an ultrasound and at times a mammogram, the majority of the masses are benign tumors. So, do we take out the tumors even when they are benign?
First of all, if the patient experiences any pain or discomfort in that particular area, they should always seek medical attention. Our recommendation for removing the mass is when it is causing too much pain, or the tumor is larger than 2 centimeters in size.
It's quite often to have benign breast tumors and cysts. The traditional type of surgical treatment is to remove each obstruction, but this could damage healthy tissues. Today, there is a much more advanced ultrasonic wave treatment to get rid of the tumors immediately without any scars.
By using the ultrasonic waveguide vacuum extraction method, I'm able to remove 3 to 4 different sized tumors within the same incision site. This is an advancement due to the fact that the patient does not have multiple surgical openings and scars from the procedure. The only incision site that is present measures up to ½ centimeter.
To prevent from excessive bleeding, this type of surgical procedure is best fit for benign tumors that are less than 3 centimeters in size. Even though medical procedures have been advanced, doctors warn that even benign tumors should be monitored on a regular basis.
This year, Buddha Day ceremonies in Japan were held in Tokyo and Osaka. Children from a Chinese class in Tokyo make cards and carnation paper flowers for their mothers to express their sincere gratitude.
On the day of Tzu Chi's Stride celebration ceremony, the Tzu Chi Japan chapter held the Buddha Day ceremony at the Jinshi Hall in Tokyo. The ceremony was simple but solemn. Under the guidance of local Dharma masters and Rinpoches, the participants all felt calm and peaceful.
The activity today made us feel that our minds and souls have been cleansed. But actually, when we come here in ordinary times, I also feel that my heart has been purified.
The event was very special, peaceful, and solemn.
After the ceremony, a special activity was also held for the participants to express filial piety. In addition to volunteers performing dramas, students of a Chinese class also made carnation paper flowers and cards, showing their love to their mother.
The content of the drama reflects our life and reality, which also allows us to experience the greatness of our parents.
This is a meaningful activity because it gives the children a chance to understand the meaning of filial piety. I think it is great.
If my children enjoy staying here, I want to serve as a volunteer here to help more people.
On the same day, another Buddha Day ceremony was held at the Tzu Chi Osaka liaison office. There was not much space at the venue, and the number of people attending the event was not large, but all the participants honored the Buddha piously.
The ceremony made me feel peaceful and warm. It's like welcoming the arrival of a new life and a thriving world.
The volunteer from Malaysia takes on a lot of behind-the-scenes work during the Buddha Day ceremony because he was a Tzu Chi before. Now he came to Japan to work, and the person he is concerned about the most is his mother.
Mom, I am here in Japan and everything is getting better and better. I feel very happy. I will work hard, so don't worry about me.
Other than comforting his parents with a few simple words, the man also makes his life in a foreign country more practical and meaningful.
In Cambodia this year, the ceremony was held at the new office, attended by more than 300 people. Many people attended the Buddha Day ceremony for the very first time and felt deeply touched.
A Tzu Chi Cambodia liaison office hosts the Buddha Day ceremony at its new office. The local volunteers have decorated the ceremony venue with all sorts of recyclable goods. Since the event theme is environmental protection, the volunteers also promoted recycling concepts before the ceremony.
Now that people are used to consuming bottled water, there is a large number of plastic bottles. We cannot ask the public not to use them, so we can only suggest they recycle the plastic bottles or reuse them as flower vases.
These plastic products do not disintegrate easily. The volunteers turn them into useful items, which is a good idea. We can learn from them, as we can save money and protect the earth.
The Buddha Day ceremony officially begins with the sounding of bell and drums. More than 300 people pay their respect to the Buddha under the guidance of the volunteers.
This is my first time attending the Buddha Day ceremony. Tzu Chi has made me realize that we need to harbor gratitude, respect, and most importantly, love in our interactions with other people.
We participated in similar events before. Honoring the Buddha helps me calm my mind. I feel very touched by the activities, teaching children to fulfill their filial piety duties.
There was also a tea ceremony for parent-child dues, and participants also donated their few coin banks to help other people in need. The day was filled with love and gratitude.
May is a month for people to express love and filial piety. In China, some activities were held for young people to show love to their parents. Let's join them.
恩虔诚的心，用心感受当下。奉茶。
Upon seeing their parents, the young volunteers of Jinshi Books and Cafe in Xiamen expressed filial piety with sincerity.
亲吻一下，爸爸妈妈们收下这个吻，卷起手心，放到我们的左胸口。
Feeling so moved that he cannot speak a word, the grandfather closes his eyes to feel the love he has received from his grandson.
We are impressed by the children's sincerity and respect because it's very warm-hearted. This allows us to reflect about whether we had also showed great respect to our parents before or not.
Feeding each other fruit, the simple gesture between the parents and child, is filled with love and happiness. Turning the camera to Shanghai, the person who is serving tea to her mother is 29-year-old Zhao Jia. She suffers from cerebral palsy since childhood, and this is her very first time showing love to her mother in front of the public.
Mom, thanks for your hard work. I feel very fortunate to have you in my life. Mom, I love you.
To celebrate Mother's Day, Tzu Chi volunteers in Jiading District, Shanghai, borrowed the cafeteria from a Taiwanese enterprise to hold a special activity for the children to practice filial piety and express gratitude to their parents.
Today is Mother's Day. What I want to say the most is, I love you. Thank you for giving birth to me, and thank you for accompanying me through my life for more than a decade. Happy Mother's Day.
First of all, I admire everyone because they have mothers to say I love you to. Secondly, I would also like to turn the memory of my mother into motivation for doing good deeds in the future.
Passing on the true meaning of filial piety, the volunteers also played a video of the adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude toward parents. Wu Yuanping, who participated in the performance last year, thought of her father who had just passed away recently.
We are usually away from home, and we seldom go back to accompany our parents. When I saw that scene, I was deeply touched.
The volunteers promote filial piety, encourage people to carry out filial piety in time, and bravely show love to their parents.
For the Tri-Celebration ceremony, American volunteers across the country and the Tzu Chi Academy volunteers came together to organize many special events this year. Let's see.
Seattle's new office was finished just in time for their first Buddha Day celebration this year. They practiced the drum and bell performance for over 6 months, and it was stunning to witness.
We were so happy during the process of performing. It's so nice to be included in the Tzu Chi family.
240 community residents dressed up to participate in the event. As they conducted a walking meditation session, they were full of sincerity and gratitude.
I'm very grateful for my family, my father, mother, and my younger siblings.
In Chicago, the day before the actual ceremony, there was a downpour in the city, but that did not stop anything. The volunteers were determined to get all the people from the Chinatown areas by bus to attend the Tri-Celebration ceremony.
I liked the ceremony. I didn't understand it, but it was great.
It's amazing to see the combination of religion and modern-day living intertwined together. I had never experienced that before.
I don't know there was a song earlier. I'm not so great at Mandarin, no idea what it was about, but the music really touched me.
May is the month where we express filial piety to our parents. The children at Tzu Chi Academy wrote poems to express their love for their parents. In Portland, Oregon, there was a whole tea ceremony planned for each parent-child duo.
要把每天都当作母亲节，爱我亲亲。
有点感动，但是希望他能够更成熟。
No matter where, what type of style, the world is always better when love is all around.
Tzu Chi Great Love Kindergarten and the Tzu Chi Academy in Texas both showcase what the students learn. Other than singing and dancing, students also perform in the stage drama. They rehearse repeatedly to show their parents the best performance possible. Whether it's acting, making props, or dancing and singing, none of it is too hard for them. Tzu Chi academic students in Austin has won the audience's heart with their talent.
I've been studying in the Tzu Chi Academy for 14 years. At the academy, I've learned many Jingsa aphorisms, so just speak good words and think good thoughts.
The children give their mothers carnations to show filial piety. The surprising gesture has impressed their mother.
Today I want to give thanks to my parents for giving me the chance to come here to learn Mandarin.
Tzu Chi Great Love kindergarteners also won the acclaim of the audience. The parents are proud of their children as they see the result of their learning. In China, a group of scholarship recipients from Quanzhou, Fujian, have developed a good relationship with Tzu Chi. The students recently brought their families to attend a special activity to express their gratitude.
The drama described the touching story of a mother who has mental issues but tries everything possible to prevent her son from going hungry. The scene made Chen Xiaolan, who had lost her parents when she was young, feel deeply touched.
Now that you still have the opportunity, you should seize the moment saying I love you to your parents. I already have no chance to do so.
The children who are gently washing their parents' feet used to be rebellious during their school days.
At that time, I realized that I had committed a wrongdoing. I'd made my mom shed tears several times.
In front of the Tzu Chi volunteers, the three sisters served tea and offered flowers together to their mother, seizing the moments to express gratitude.
I'm also a mother, but occasionally I might complain to my mom. I'm very grateful to my mom because she always accompanies us and listens patiently to my complaints.
The students who have received help from Tzu Chi invited their families to participate in events where they could not only express filial piety but bring each other close together.
Students in the Tzu Chi after-school program in Penang, Malaysia, use materials from Jingsi food products to make delicate peach-shaped buns for their mothers, wishing them health and longevity. We'll leave you with these images and thank you for joining us. Goodbye.